So hello guys, so we are back into this continue our discussion on Enl220 Advanced English Syntax. We are continuing our discussion on the English verb, and right now we are going to be looking at aspect. Now, what are the possible learning outcomes we expect you to be able to have mastery of by the end of this lesson? We expect to be able to describe aspect, distinguish terms from aspect, and also identify types of aspect. The definition of aspect. In this lesson, we're going to try to define aspect and then also look at the types and examples, as well as also try to show you what is the difference between aspect and tense. So, as a way of introduction, we are going to be looking at aspect as the progressive form, which shows that the action is in progress at the time and are indicated by particular tense. Now, there's also the perfect aspect, which shows that the action indicated by the verb is actually completed at the time indicated by a particular tense. So, you see, the tense actually is what shows um, this area of aspect and also the kind of tense. Whereas you most time you have gerund or what you call the continuous tense actually helping to indicate the as aspectual part of the grammar, but you have tense actually indicating the time that the action took place. So we're going to discuss that now and look at how aspect and tense are actually different. So in essence, the difference between tense and aspect is actually that tense indicates time of the action. Now the focus is on the time reference for the action, whether it's past, present, or in the future. Like we have the examples here. We have I ate the food. We show that the food was eaten in the past time. That the time reference that okay, uh, the action was taken. The action of eating the food was taken in the past. And then she eats the food means that probably she's in the habit of eating it, or she's currently even eating it, and then they will eat the food, which means that in the future, sometime in the future, the person will likely uh, perform this action of eating the food. The aspect indicates the progress, whereas when you look at aspect, it indicates the progress of the action. Is a duration as such is progressive in nature. So let's look at some examples. I'm building my house, so I'm in the process now of building my house. Then he has built his house. Now that means that in the past he completed the action of actually building the house. Then they'll be building. So that means sometime in the future it's expected that this action will take place in a progressive manner. So this is we are going to discuss each of these aspectual types as we go along. But essentially, this is just to show you the difference between tense and aspect. So you don't get them confused with each other. So let's look at progressive aspect now. Progressive aspect now this aspect refers to activity or event in the progress and therefore suggests that the activity is temporary of limited duration, but that it need not be complete. So it is not necessary that it is complete. So he was building a house some years ago. So now we don't know whether the house was finished or not. So but there was in that process, sometimes in the past. Then I have been writing the minutes this morning. So it may be that okay, I started writing the minutes this morning, but maybe I have not been able to complete it. So this is what this one is talking. So let's look at some examples of the present progressing. Now this is used for future happening resulting from a present plan. Now arrangement or program. So let's see the example here. We are having rice and stew for lunch. So now this is what the plan is. Now it is sometime that it will happen in the future. Now, the present progressive is also often used to express the immediate future. So maybe at this time now I'm at the bus stop. So the bus is leaving in the next 5 minutes. So in the next 5 minutes, this bus will move. So and this is what we are saying that. So it will be in that process, but in the future that is about 5 minutes away. Then let's look at the perfect aspect. Now, which is probably what most of us are used to. So for uses of the present perfect aspect can be identified in this way. So state leading up to the present time. Now the post has been declared vacant for some time now. So it was declared, just like we gave some examples before when we were looking at different. It was declared in the past, but it has not been filled. So that's what is progressive about it. So that means that the post is still vacant. Then definite events in a period leading up to the present. So all the children have had measles in the last 1 year. So you see now that there have been what you call a pandemic of measles, and but it has started since last year and it is still in progress. So anyway, we don't know. Probably all the children, maybe they're going to fall in with it, or they fell in and they became well. But that it had been something that's also in the process, but it has happened. Yeah, I mean, it is happening, and it started sometime past. And so then you have the habit in a period leading up to the present time. Now she has visited her mother more regularly this year. So she probably was not visible before, but now she's in that process, and progressively she has continued to do that. Then let's look at the next one. Past event will result in the present time. So the plane has landed. So the plane was in the motion before, it was in the process before, but now finally it has landed. So it is here now. Even though it was in the process before, but now it is here. So let's look at the and another type, the perfect progressive aspect. So this here has a similar meaning to the present perfect aspect, except that the event does not continue up to the present. So we have seen that what we looked at in the the present perfect was the event was still in the process and in progress. But here we have something that probably is um it is something that has already been completed. So I have done my homework. So this is present perfect, and that this has been done. Now I have been doing my homework. So all evening, this is just what I have done, and this I have just only be able to finish it now. Um, so this in this case now the events have been completed. So you have been fighting. Therefore, you have the result of probably swollen face and tongue close. So which you can see now, but it doesn't mean you are still fighting, but you were actually fighting. So this is what this is about. So it means that the fighting had actually been completed in this case. Let's look at the past perfect. Now it is that now, instead of this being a recent past that the action was completed, but it is sometime far in the past. So you have the simple and progressive. This aspect, whether it's the simple or it's progressive, it indicates past that is in the past, a time further in the past as the, and we see it most time indicated with the had instead of have or has. Of course, the have has. I think we have indicated somewhere that the third person and the first and second person as it affects them in the use of the auxiliary have. Um, so here you use had. So had shows that the action was completed and it was already in a past that was even past of the past. So the doctor had fallen ill and could not perform the surgery. So sometime in the past, the doctor became ill, and for this reason, he could not perform the surgery. So it's even possible he had become well now, but at the time he fell ill, he could not perform the surgery. So so that's why you see had. So if you say he has fallen ill, it may mean that he is still ill, but now the doctor had fallen ill. So that means sometime in the past, and that is the reason why I could not do the surgery. Then the lecture had ended when I came in. Now in this case, probably you were planning to attend the lecture, but by the time you now came in, the lecturer was long gone, and it had long ended, and so probably you did not even meet your classmates. So and this is what you have in this kind of case. So, so let's have some practice exercises. You may look at this. You can supply the. So you have to practice these verbs in parentheses and do this. So when I arrive, the dash. So you have this example that you can practice with. So look at it carefully and then supply the answers. And I'm not mind if you will do that in the comment section. So these are so you can also do further reading by looking through this.